What's going on? Once again, this is Frank Rock, House of Orange TV. The big news is finally out. Tony Vitello is bound for San Francisco. He's heading to the Bay Area to take over the managerial position of the San Francisco Giants. So now the big question, and we'll do a lot of content on this, of course, as we lead to find out who the new head coach of the Tennessee baseball program will be. But, I want to talk today of what seems to me like a no-brainer. I don't know that it's going this way. I'll go ahead and preface that one for you now. But this one seems simple to me. Hit that like, that share, that subscribe. A lot of content, a lot of support this week. It's kind of a crappy thing to get me back in a rhythm again. It's, for me, a bittersweet day with Tony Vitello taking over the Giants. And I look at it this way, too. Tim Bradley, if you're listening, I will steal a quote from you the best I can here because I'm not looking at it. But think of all of us growing up that played baseball. Think of, I guarantee you, these guys who have come through the Tennessee program when they first started playing baseball as well. What was their dream to do? Get to the major leagues. Why should Tony Vitello be any different on that one? College baseball is not that big overall in the United States. It's gotten bigger. Don't get me wrong. It's nowhere near the level of college football, of college basketball along the way. Tennessee baseball has really only been back on the map for, I would say 6 years, possibly, when Tony Vitello first got them back to the NCAA tournament. I don't know that they were on the map at that point. They were making noise in 2020, and then, of course, the world shut down. 2021, they get back to the College World Series. 2022, Tennessee, I really think that's when the game, they didn't reinvigorate the game or nothing like that. Don't get me wrong with that, but things changed at that point, and then we know going forward. Who was there with Tony Vitello during that time? Who was his main recruiter? Who was his hitting coach? Who was his catching coach? Who's the third base coach in terms of giving signs, waving them around and all that? Yeah, Josh Elander. Josh Elander is the guy. To me, and I don't know that it's going to be Josh Elander, all right? I'm just going to go ahead and tell you that. The fact that Frank Anderson was named the interim coach today, I don't know that necessarily gives me the warm and fuzzies on that one of him becoming the head coach. But at the same time, Danny White, I think, did acknowledge Elander will be a candidate for the job. I've mentioned on here, talking to a parent that I talked to, the parent has told me, we're good if Elander is hired. Said, we're good if it's Elander or Vitello. They didn't want Vitello to leave. They said, we're good if it's Elander. Most of Elander has done the heavy lifting a lot on this. He's kept these classes together. He's helped put them together. Yes, Tony Vitello is the man behind it all. Don't get me wrong. But one of his main, if not his main guy, has been Josh Elander. Right now with this program and what they've done, you look at what Tony Vitello, the amount of players they've started putting in the majors, that are in the minors, that are doing what they're doing. These teams they've done. Who built this thing? It was Tony Vitello for sure. Again, who's pretty much, Frank Anderson's been, I would say Frank and Elander have both been his right-hand man. I would go with that. And, looking at that as well, this just seems like a no-brainer to me because why do you want to go out and, why do you want to go out and start all over? Again, I'm not saying if Elander comes in, you hit the ground running. I'm not saying you don't miss a beat or anything like that. But why do you want to – you have – again, with LSU right now, it's the top two programs in the country. I think that's indisputable, no matter what you say on that. Why do you want to go start it all over? And I know there's some good coaches. Some of these names mentioned are very good coaches. What could they do at a program like Tennessee? But why do you need to go out and do that? Why do you need to go out and do that? I don't know who Tony Vitello takes with him to San Francisco. I think he takes the strength coach, Eberhardt, with him. I really do. I think that one seems likely. I don't know for sure. That's speculation. Frank Anderson named the interim coach. I think that makes sense. Frank Anderson was head coach at Oklahoma State from 2004 to 2012. He's been around for a while. He knows how to run a program. Right now, they are still in fall ball. There's a little bit of time left. They go to Nashville this weekend. Kind of a shame the Nashville people going won't get to see Tony Vitello, but at the same time, I think you'll get to see the rest of the staff. The one thing that could come up and could tell us a lot, though, what if all of a sudden it's announced Tony Vitello is taking Josh Elander with him to San Francisco? I think that's going to tell a lot about whether Elander's being considered or not for the job. And again, I don't know that he is, but again, the former players have come out strong on social media. They are fully 100% backing Elander to get the job. In this case, if it ain't freaking broke, don't freaking fix it. You don't need to. You don't need it. Put Elander in charge. I got to think Frank Anderson stays too. Frank Anderson, I think, is 66 years old, getting ready to be 6'7". 6'7". You would think Kivett probably, I figured move Ricky Martinez up. I'm not saying you don't miss a beat. You've still got your core intact. They've recruited these high school guys. Now, Portal, I've heard a little different on Portal that Tony Vitello very, very hands-on with some of these Portal guys, and Elander maybe not as involved with all of them. But still yet, you've got that familiarity. Will Elander change some things up if put in charge? Possibly. I mean, you got to think he'll do things maybe a little bit his way. I don't think any guy who succeeds another will do everything totally the same as the person before them. You've still got your community. You've still got what you've built over this time. To me, it makes no sense. And again, I do trust Danny White in this. I think all this revenue sharing, all this NIL, all these rumors are absolute bullshit, and I've expressed my opinion on it. I think Danny White stated today it was an injustice to Kim Caldwell and the Lady Vols that this has gotten started, and if they've gotten backlash over it, I totally agree on that one. At the end of the day, what it boils down to, and people keep ignoring this, people have unfortunately, in their minds, they have put Tennessee baseball on par with a Major League Baseball squad. I've said it in every video I've done. I love, love, love Tennessee baseball. I love what it's become. Tony Vitello and what he's built with this program has enabled me to do a channel based on how I want to do one. Because I'm baseball first and foremost on here. Without what Tony Vitello's done with this program, I'm not going. I'm not doing a football channel like everybody else. I try to cover what I can with baseball, basketball, football, Lady Vols as well. First and foremost, when I come in, I say I'm predominantly baseball. Why do you take what's there and go tear it down? Why do you do that? That just doesn't make any sense to me on it. And again, the rumors that have been out there, the backlash, I get it. People are upset. The best coach in program history. He's not the winningest, but he is winning percentage-wise the best on it. He's the third winningest all time, as a matter of fact, as far as total wins. Winning percentage, he is number one. You've got your ready-made guy to take that job. We've been pretty fortunate that he's not gotten a job already and that he's still been in Knoxville this time. Danny White, I support you. Not that you're going to care what I say or even hear a word I sing. You've got my support. I trust you to make the right hire. In this case, though, yes, there's very good baseball coaches out there, and I have no doubt if you go outside of this, you'll get a good coach. You don't need to. Your guy is waiting. I'm pretty sure he's ready unless he's wanting to go to San Francisco, and this thing will keep rolling, and Tennessee baseball will keep being one of the top programs in college baseball. The ball's in your court, Danny White. Former players, fans, all these, they're backing Josh Elander right now. There's a reason for it. It's not because anything else I mean, it's pretty easy. The fans love this program. The fans have taken to this program with it. Josh Elander is a big part. Josh Elander is there to be hired, and you continue this thing. If you go outside, if you totally decide you're done with the Tony Vitello era and you're going to do things your way, I don't think that's a good move. I would say, I'm not going to say it's a strike on Danny White. I would give him, whoever he hires, a chance. I'm all in with him. I just think it's a risky move in that regard. So I'll talk more in the coming days about candidates who we're hearing, where we see this thing going. I want to compare the fit with Tony Vitello and the Giants in a video too. That one kind of excites me to talk about as well, with Vitello and the Giants, not from a Tennessee standpoint, strictly from a major league standpoint, because I've seen a lot of differing opinions on that one. But man, I can't stress it enough. It's been a big week for the channel. Lots of compliments on it. Here's what I would say. Make sure you guys listen to the content. I see people commenting stuff, and it's pretty obvious the content's not listened to on it. I try to refrain from stating that at times because people's gotten upset when I have. It is messages. It is meant for dialogue. It is meant for talk. But, at least kind of hit the high parts of it. I would say that. But to the Giants fans, thank you for coming in. If you listen to this, man, y'all have been awesome. You've gained a ton of fans today, for sure, out there. But Frank, House of Orange, I'll see you when I see you.